Welcome back to another episode of The Quest for Self. I'm your host, Allie. Knowing when to walk away is one of the most powerful things you can do for yourself. It's not about pride or ego, it's about self respect. It's about tuning into your energy, your emotions, and most importantly, your needs. Walking away isn't just about relationships. It could be a job, a friendship, a situationship, or even a family gathering where your peace feels disrupted. It's a moment you stop abandoning yourself just to make something else work. I'll be honest, I used to think walking away meant I failed, that maybe I wasn't trying hard enough. But the truth is, walking away doesn't mean you gave up. It means you finally chose yourself. So let's define walking away. Walking away doesn't always mean burning bridges or dramatic exits. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it's just a decision you make internally. It can mean walking away from a person who doesn't see you, from a job that drains you, from a group of friends where you constantly feel misunderstood, or even from someone who looks perfect on paper but makes your soul feel empty. It's about protecting your peace, making room for people and situations that are aligned with your values, not just your fears. I'd like to share something a little personal. I was dating this guy recently. On paper, he was everything that I'd ever dreamed of: ambitious, financially stable, into real estate, which is something I've been learning more of and aspiring to grow in. He was sharp, goal oriented, and he even inspired me to see things differently when it came to money and building wealth. We had fun together. We ate out, we worked out. He taught me how to play paddle, a sport I had genuinely wanted to try for a long time. It all looked picture perfect, but emotionally, it felt flat, shallow. Our conversations never scratched beneath the surface. I remember one Saturday he texted me trying to make plans. I was at the gym, casually texting him back, and I realized I genuinely didn't care about seeing him. That moment hit me hard because I realized I wasn't just indifferent, I was emotionally gone. I wasn't looking forward to it. There was no excitement, no spark. And when I ended up making other plans that didn't involve him, I got myself smiling. Not because the new plans were exciting, but because I knew I wouldn't have to spend that evening pretending to enjoy time with someone who didn't light me up inside. Even during the good moments, I felt this strange emptiness. I remember us playing paddle one sunny spring day in Spain. We laughed, we joked, it was fun. But the fun felt like it was me, not him. Afterward, as we walked out of the courts, he put his arm around me. And in that moment, with the sun shining down and people laughing around us, I felt cold. It was like my body knew what my heart hadn't said yet. That I didn't feel safe or seen. That I felt alone even while someone's arm was around me. That I was playing a role when what I craved was real connection. Later that same day, we went back to his place. I had this terrible headache, and he began to kiss me. I kept my eyes open the entire time. The more we kissed, the more intense the headache got. Not because of the kiss, but because of the disconnect. I felt myself completely out of alignment. I wasn't there emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and my body was trying to scream that at me. I stopped him and I told him I couldn't. And that moment wasn't about a kiss. It was about me honoring my truth. I'm not going to kiss, let alone make out with someone just to fill the silence or avoid the truth. I wasn't present and I wasn't okay pretending to be. That was my mere moment. A moment where I couldn't lie to myself anymore. He was ready for a serious relationship. And I could have said yes. I could have filled that role, gone along with it, played house. But deep down, I knew this wasn't right for me. And here's a truth that hit me: some people aren't looking for love, they're looking for a placeholder, a body to sit across from them at dinner, someone to check the box. And I could have been that: a warm body, a pretty face, a good story. But I don't want to be someone's good on paper. I want to be felt. I want to be seen. I want to be chosen, not used to fill a void. That's when I realized I could settle. I could move forward with someone who made sense on paper and live a life of quiet, simple unhappiness. And honestly, that's what a lot of people do. They settle, they get into relationships just to not be alone. They ignore the feeling inside that says, this isn't it. They stay in misalignment because it feels safer than being alone. But I didn't want to just fill a role. I didn't want to abandon myself in the name of convenience. So I did something really hard. I walked away. I had a heart to heart and told him how I felt, respectfully, with care. And well, we haven't talked since. And yes, it hurt a bit, but the empowerment I felt afterward, that made it all worth it. Walking away doesn't always look like strength in the moment. Sometimes it looks like tears in your car, or a pit in your stomach, or waking up the next day feeling like you made a mistake. But I promise you, there's peace on the other side of that decision. Peace that comes from living in alignment with yourself. I used to second guess myself constantly before making a decision, while doing it and long after. But I've realized that when I really listen to my gut, when I tune into how something feels instead of how it looks, I make better choices for me. So if you're in a space right now where something feels off, ask yourself, what am I gaining by staying here? What am I giving up? Am I truly happy, or am I just filling time? Because you deserve to be chosen fully. And that starts with you choosing yourself first. The more I've walked away from misaligned people and situations, the more space I've created for what's meant for me. And I've realized over and over again that settling is far scarier than starting over. Every step I've taken, no matter how difficult, has led me closer to the person I'm meant to be. You don't have to explain your choices to everyone, but you do owe yourself honesty. You owe yourself peace. So if you're looking for a sign, this is it. You are allowed to leave anything that is not pouring back into you. You are allowed to choose yourself again and again. Walking away isn't a weakness, and it sure as hell doesn't mean giving up. It's wisdom, it's clarity, it's power. And remember this: every step you take leads you to a better version of yourself. So walk away if you need to. You'll be walking towards something so much better. Thanks so much for listening to this episode of The Quest for Self. If you enjoyed listening to this episode, like, follow, subscribe, comment, and share. It would mean the world. Also, don't forget to follow us on social media, The Quest for Self.